Welcome everyone to the Palm Coast Business Assistance Center.
What more you need?
They're in my pocket.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the Business Assistance Center grand opening. Thank you all for attending, especially elected officials, our partners, and of course special guests. And Mr. Booker's here representing Congressman Micah's office, and thank you for attending. First off, to get started, of course, this concept, this office, and it's more than just an office, started with our City Council and their direction and Prosperity 2021, which is our plan for economic development. We thank them for their support and focusing on existing businesses. And with that, if the mayor wants to join me up here, I know he has a few opening remarks for us.
Thank you everybody, and welcome to the Business Assistance Center. You know, I'm so proud of this because Flagler County and Palm Coast have taken a position that we're going to solve our problems ourselves. We're not waiting for somebody from the federal government or the state government to solve our problems for us. We're going to do it ourselves. We're going to work hard. We understand that local businesses, entrepreneurial startup business, and businesses that can grow, these so-called second stage businesses, that's our future, and that's what this is all about, and I'm looking forward to great things from Joe and his staff.
Thanks, man. Of course, many of you received the invitations in the mail. Some of you are probably wondering what happened to the mail service that week because it was all cut up in pieces. And so the theme of this grand opening is really putting the pieces together. And what that means is we can't do this alone. And for businesses, they really need help in understanding not only what resources are available, but also how to overcome some of those governmental, where it's a federal, state, or local level. So we couldn't do that without partners, of course. One of the other themes of City Council and Prosperity 2021, that includes SCORE, the volunteers that help out businesses, the Chamber, the Center for Business Excellence with Rick and Winnie there, and of course Enterprise Flagler. And finally, the Small Business Development Center. As you know, if you probably walked in the door, you saw the University of Central Florida logo, and you're probably wondering, well, why UCF? Well, UCF is a great partner to bring to the table. If you know, they're, I think, the second largest university in the nation now. Last year, over $100 million in research spending in aerospace, medical, information technology, modeling and simulation. So, when we were talking about target industries in this county, that's a great partner to have with their research. The Small Business Development Center at UCF is also one of the most successful centers in the state. Last year, helped create or retain over 2,100 jobs, and so we welcome that partnership and thank them for their efforts and for hiring Joe. And as Hal Thayer here, I know he's from UCF, yep. He'll come up.
Hey there.
Right here. Thanks for joining us, Hal.
Sure. I found out I was doing this yesterday afternoon. My regional director, Eunice Chow, had a crisis come up that took her away. So I've got some notes because I can't do this sort of off the cuff. So thank you very much for having me. I'm very glad to be here. I want to say, first of all, acknowledge and salute the City of Palm Coast for their leadership in putting this program together. We're very proud to be part of it. Great foresight in taking this on it for yourself and instead of looking for other people to do for you. And we're looking forward to working with SCORE, the Center for Business Excellence, Flagler Chambers of Commerce, and Enterprise Flagler. We at the SBDC at UCF, through Joe Roy, our area manager, look forward to working with and serving all of Flagler County, from Marineland to Flagler City, from the Atlantic to Crescent Lake. The whole state is what we're looking, and Joe's going to be covering for us. A little bit about the Small Business Center. Thank you for introducing us. We are supported by local governments, higher education, chambers of commerce, and other sponsors, economic development centers, to bring prosperity to Florida. We obviously have some support from the Small Business Administration in Washington, but it's really local groups that make us happen. Our role and what we offer to emerging and existing small and medium businesses is business consulting and counseling, seminars and training and being entrepreneurs, and then finally information resources. And we do that through Joe and through a number of other counselors that we make available. We're headquartered in Orlando. We've got 6, now 7 sub-centers, and serve over 8 counties. And that's Flagler, Brevard, Lake, Orange, Osceola, Seminole, Sumter, and Volusia. And as you pointed out, we do get results. Along with the jobs created and retained, in 2010, we had more than $18 million in sales growth, $20 million in capital acquired, more than $38 million in contracts awarded, and over 100 new businesses were started under the auspices of the SBDC and UCF. Under Joe's leadership, we're looking to have similar impact, look forward to having similar impact here in Palm Coast and in Flagler County. And I thank you again for having me.
A couple more thank yous, of course. It started with City Council on Prosperity 2021, and it definitely filtered down to city staff. If you've walked into this location before, it's much different. Hopefully today you walk in and you get a little bit of a business feel and customer service feel. Business tax receipt staff, of course, is still housed here. Before this, the finance department was up here, so they had to move. Not that we're not used to moving here at the city. Every couple of years, kind of like we're in college. Every couple of years we move around. And then when finance moved, other people had to move, so it really was a citywide effort. And of course, Public Works did all the interior renovations to keep the cost low, definitely in these times. So, and even the city manager, his conference room and table and chairs are in the back conference room for the center. So everyone kind of had to throw in to make it happen, and we made it happen in less than 60 days. So thank you to city staff. And
even the city manager.
Even the city manager.
You wait up on that, dude. Especially. Payback's around. It says especially.
Yeah. Now I want to bring up Joe Roy and just have a chance to introduce Joe. Joe is a very humble guy, so he doesn't like to talk about himself, so I'm going to talk about him for him. Before UCF hired Joe, we had a chance not only to review his resume, which on paper was very impressive to say the least. Joe has over 30 years experience in business. He's an Army man, was in the Army, also a school teacher, former college professor, and also worked in manufacturing for Johnson & Johnson, Unilever Corporation, and then Bath & Body Works, and also has owned and started several small businesses. So on paper, it was amazing. We got a chance to meet Joe before UCF made the formal offer to hire him, and one of the questions the city manager asked is, why are you applying? Why do you want to do this, Joe? And Joe said the exact right answer. He wants to help businesses, and he especially wants to help businesses grow in our local community. He's done the corporate thing. That was a great time in his life, but he's really ready to help. So I think it was a perfect fit, and we're very happy to have Joe. And I know Joe wants to say a couple of things.
That's tough to follow. Thank you. You know, today's really a new economic beginning in our communities. We're here to celebrate the grand opening of the Palm Coast Business Assistance Center, the SBDC at the University of Central Florida. You know, we recognize today that the vast body of knowledge that UCF brings to our small business community is so impressive. It will keep us up to date with the current thinking and give a competitive advantage to the businesses that we serve. You know, in the retail world, there's an understanding that the amount of time and money that it spends to maintain a business, to maintain a customer, is far less than the same amount of time and money that it would take to attract a new customer. That said, within Flagler County, we have over 4,000 small businesses, all at different stages of development and profitability, each with their own set of problems and opportunities. Just think if we make a difference in only 10% of those businesses, just 10%. Think of the economic impact to all of the communities that are here today. You know, it's well known the role of small business as the engine of our economy, and despite the economic gloom that seems to persist, and despite it seems like the endless depressing news about the state of the recovery, the small businesses that I've been talking to continue to see opportunity to grow and develop. And I see the Business Assistance Center and the SBDC is really the catalyst to kind of keep that engine heading in the right direction. The task before us is not easy. There are many different challenges, and I can just tell you that it will require all of your support. There's no easy answer. There's no single solution. The problems facing our businesses today is a vast array. What I ask from you is your support. When you go forward today and you meet with the people that you come in contact with, talk about the positive thinking, the positive aspects of what's going on. As a Business Assistance Center, we're going to be focused on what can be, not what was. All of our attention will be to helping these small businesses grow and prosper. I want to thank all of you for the support that you've given to me in my short period of time here. Especially want to thank the city for putting this position into place and working with UCF. I want to work collaboratively with all of our government and business leaders, all of the resource partners of the SBDC, and most importantly, our customers. And I kind of think that within the confines of what we're putting here together today, that we have the chance to become an economic model of growth within the state of Florida, and I believe even within the nation. The only thing that's holding us back is our creativity to solve problems and our willingness to participate. Thank you.
That pretty much concludes the remarks, but before you go, one thing, once again, this was about putting the pieces together, and this is not just a grand opening. You're here today because we're enlisting your support. And so before you leave, make sure from Marcia and Lisa you grab one of the backpacks. It has some marketing materials in it for when you come in contact with folks to share about our services. And also, don't be surprised if Joe calls upon you for when a business needs that help, that you may have some assistance that can be offered. Because that's really what Joe's here is to help put the pieces together for business. With that, we're not going to do a ribbon cutting. We're going to do a puzzle putting together. And I have 6 pieces, and for the mayor, representative from the chamber, Enterprise Flagler, CB, SCORE, and the Small Business Development Center can join around the table along with the rest of the council and for a photo opportunity. Marcia, and you're in charge of this.
Wow, that's very impressive.
I've not been
This is going to do the job. This is what's going to help us bring it back.